Former President Donald Trump's major victory at party assemblies in Iowa on Monday marks one of the most surprising returns in American political history. Losing presidents at one time almost never leads to next successful pre-election campaigns. It further eliminates the landslides that manifest absolute dominance of their party. In 2016, Trump changed the populist, nationalist and nihilist of the GOP. In biggest victory in party's history, he took 50 of votes and made his way to third consecutive nomination. Showing this 8 years after externally presidential victory, the current GOP is entirely his party. In his speech to first real victory party since Trump shocked the world by winning 2016 election, he said, "The big night will be in November. When we take back our country." The crowd with the MAGA hat won him Trump Iowa. But recovery of the former president is more dramatic for another reason. 91 Jayon despite accusation and other legal obstacles that threaten his freedom and fortune. In dizzying display of unprecedented times, he is expected to head out to a courtroom in Manhattan on Tuesday morning for the opening of slander case. His victory in Iowa came 3 years and 9 days after President Joe Biden told a crowd war like hell before plundering the U.S. Congress building to prevent the 2020 election victory from being ratified by Congress. Trump's Monday night dominance among most determined Republican voters shows that the worst attack on an election in modern history is not price hell pay for it. In fact, successful use crime situation he is in to draw a narrative of persecution is super smart. Renewing his bond with voters at the base GOP and confronting opponents with an impossible dilemma about how to exploit their obligations. His victory at party meeting also marks the success Trump's election denial strategy, which has convinced Trump of false belief that millions GOP voters have been illegally removed from power in 2020. For Americans who believe Biden's warning that Trump is the most anti-democratic president a small d in American history will sow a complete fear Monday night. Trump's promise to win a second term of revenge against enemies was not disqualified, labeling his political opponents as savings and warnings, reminding the dictators of the 1930s that immigrants had poisoned blood. Instead, trying overthrow democracy in order stay in power. The president used democracy far more effectively than his Republican rivals win election support from GOP voters who wanted him back the White House. Monday's result posed big questions for Trump's rivals. According to CNN, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will take second place in front of former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. This doesn't give DeSantis much hope of catching the nomination, but at least it can give him a reason to stay in the race. Haley came in third, but she is most focused on the New Hampshire primary elections next week. Here are inde.